Hello, my beautiful Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the next 6 months. I feel a strong guidance coming for you, which can be through the coffee cup, but also through the everyday symbols that you're going to start seeing from this moment on. And if you see any other symbols that actually mean something to you, or maybe doesn't mean anything to you, comment down below. Let's share those things and see if there's a collective message also happening for Taurus, okay? I'm going to start with your coffee cup, then we're going to jump into your tarot. I see there's a pathway opening here. There's a man with a mustache. This seems like within this fifth mind timeline showing up here. You can see the mustache, the hat that they're wearing. What we have with a hat, the long hat, is the Hierophant, which is your energy, your masculine authoritative side, your side that comes up with the rules. And there is an outside pathway opening here. Even though it is outside your comfort zone, it will require you to stay your ground, protect your territory, stand your ground. That's the term. And maybe even you're going to be the one setting up the rules here. I saw Cheetahs of Joy coming forward within the second month timeline. And this is something that is separate from there. This is some other event happening outside. And earlier, we have a star right there. The silhouette of the star, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. The fifth handle is not visible. Star is wish fulfillment. The stars in the sky are aligning for you. Something that you desire is actually happening in the most perfect way. This is like, again, outside your comfort zone, but it is some light good news. But this thing, I see a smiley face here too. Your inner child will be happy when you accomplish that. So there is maybe even a child in your life will be happy. A younger person in your life will be happy when you accomplish success here. There's another character right there. Kind of looks like a fish. Can be a Pisces or can be someone highly intuitive. Or this can also be you using your intuitive side as well. Because Hierophant is not only an authority, but they are also a spiritual authority. That this is you claiming your spiritual authority here. You actually maybe even using that intuitive guidance to create an authoritative position for yourself. Even though this is outside your comfort zone, think of it that way. Your comfort zone is going to expand to outside, meaning maybe it is a new space for yourself, a new office, a new land that you will explore. Maybe you're going to move to a country or purchase something from there that will become your home, okay? Because you're standing extremely strong here. There's still some time, and I know this is very specific for some of you. This can even be exploring, because I see that on the flip side, you have your hand like rubbing your fingers here, maybe contemplating, thinking about something, planning, and then taking action. There's still some time for that to happen. I see a massive bag in here close to your heart within the first 2 months right there. They're showing up. When I calculate the timeline, it might become confusing for some of you. If that is, you can also calculate your timeline. I'll show you how it goes. This is the beginning. This is today, wherever that you are. Then we divide the cup into 6 because this is next 6 months. And then calculate from there, okay? The first, the second, the third, and then it goes on, okay? And I see there is a horse right here within the first month timeline. Horses means wish fulfillment. This horse is stable. Your horse is stable as well. When we look at the tarot, actually, the Knight of Pentacles horse is not running. It's stable, standing on a land that belongs to the knight. So he planted his seeds very carefully, and it's time for him to collect it. I feel like you're on the stage of planting the seeds at this moment, and this might take for the first month coming up, planting the seeds, planting the idea, clarifying your desire, and going after it, intentionally manifesting it. Within the second month, there's a crescent moon right here. Crescent moon symbolizes government, establishment, and also symbolizes maybe a legal matter getting resolved. The legal matter can be something on the pathway of your desire. This doesn't have to be your desire being the legal, but this can be maybe you need a contract, you need a ticket to fly somewhere, which is a legal matter, or this can also be symbolizing, I see letter C, maybe with someone, there's a letter E, and then I saw the C first right there. Cecilia, maybe someone's first name or the last name. There's an issue you have with someone or an approval you're waiting for someone, can be also coming through here. I see this small boat, kind of looks like a goat. The head looks like a goat. You might be dealing with a Capricorn. Capricorn can be a stubborn energy, but they're laying down here. They're submissive to you, which is a positive thing because Capricorn usually do not submit, because like in the goat's nature, there's a stubbornness. Sometimes that stubbornness is a good thing for everyone because goats, for example, they do not eat artificial stuff and they only want to go into the ones that I know. I don't know if there's something that actually been produced in the recent timelines that they can feed to goats. I don't know that. They just want to go and eat some grass basically. So, which is a good thing for the people that are benefiting from that. So I feel like you're the person that benefits from this person. This can be someone that you're working together. This can be someone in your family. This can be someone that you're planning to have a partnership. But the thing is, finding them resources to produce stuff, get things done, can be the pain here. However, eventually it seems like you see there's a sun shining, sun grows the seeds. Basically, you're going to manifest that sunshine with them, and when you provide them what they need, okay? So I feel like that's not even going to be a challenge because the flow of energy is here and everything's happening for a reason. And I see the goat's nose right there again. So this can even be you being picky, you embodying the energy of the Capricorn, okay? It can be you deciding that this is what I want and I want it that way. And you're being guided towards that way, meaning that is something good there for you. That is going to work perfectly there for you. It can be readjusting a contract. It can be in a relationship demanding certain things and happen to be a certain way. Maybe you are renovating your home and you want a certain countertop and they keep offering you a different stone, which will maybe is going to get split in half before they put it in. But maybe that's why what you're insisting on is going to be beneficial for you, okay? And I see this is showing up. The sun is shining within the 3rd month timeline. And within the 4th month, this reminds me of this sculpture, I think, made by Rodin, Rodin, the thinking man, sitting down on a stone, thinking here. His hand is actually, his fist is under his chin, contemplating something. And he's looking at this shape right there. I see a letter V right away. V can be some sort of a victory that he wants to manifest, or this kind of looks like a baby carriage. It doesn't really have the wheels, but like a push cart, something that you can put inside of it. It is empty though. I feel like this is something, a tool, a vessel that requires using in the perfect way. And that's what you're contemplating at that moment, okay? Within maybe the 4th month timeline, you might actually obtain what you desire as a tool, as this can be a car, this can be a connection, maybe even for, I'm like seeing a device, maybe a computer, or maybe like some electronic device that you're in need of. Okay, and you're contemplating how to use it most efficiently, and there is an eagle coming behind you. This can be someone free who's already using this tool to free themselves from the situation, and the advice moment might be coming forward. They might give you an advice, or you need to just get up and turn around and see how they are using this thing, okay? Observation moment might be also coming forward here, okay? But there are phone lines forming and there's a cloud actually flying towards them. Cloud can be an air sign, a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius, and they might have a connection with them, with this eagle. And you're turning around maybe with the help of this air energy and looking at this big picture, looking at um, the the help of the air sign, turning around, communicating with the eagle, and they're showing it a big picture. This is how you use this device. This is how you use this information. And this is the freedom that you will get, as see from the example. Can be the situation. I know this sounds extremely specific for some of you. You can reinterpret this term in however it applies to you. And after that, I see a donkey right here. Donkeys tend to be stubborn too. Okay, so this can also symbolize a situation that will require your stubborn energy. And this can also be someone stubborn that you're dealing with, but they have a lighter aura. And I see the cow right here. So you're separate from them. You are creating resources, and their stubbornness is actually, I feel, a good thing here, like you insisting on what you desire. So maybe there is a situation that you're going to come across within the 6 month timeline, maybe December timeline, which is maybe for Christmas gift or a promotion that you will be getting. The donkey can be representative of maybe someone who gets who wants to get the certain amount, who wants to get the certain number, and they're pushing, and you're in front of them, and I feel like you're going to be their resources in order for them and you at the same time to receive the blessing. Okay, so you tend to have, as a bull, a stubborn side to you. So I feel like here, instead of being stubborn one, you might be the one that is actually being the good cop energy here, just actually easing things a little bit, smoothing the transition here and getting the desire that you have. I'm going to dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. And I see here there's a chunk of money rising from the basically the grounds right there. So that's also showing up the December time. I feel like this is a negotiation of a price, or maybe even an upgrade, promotion, amount of maybe a money. Let's see what's happening with your desire. There's a crescent moon again here, guys, and when I flip it, it is showing up within the 3rd, 4th month timeline. Crescent moon can be representative of, again, a legal situation being resolved, your desire coming really fast. But before that happens, there's a chunk of money, small. Oh, there's a second one, tears of joy, chunk of money, but this is a small amount. You might even see a small symbol, which I think I mentioned with Gemini reading or Aquarius reading this week, that synchronicities will happen before you start seeing the big things to come. This can be finding in a very tight position, finding a beautiful parking spot, or somebody buying your coffee, that like when you're waiting on the line. Can be that kind of little symbols, little moments of happiness and joy coming to you to remind you that that's coming forward. Okay, your desires, right, you're on the right brink of it. There's this kind of looks like a building with lightning rod, I think that's what it is, on top of it. Some of you might be really rising to the top, and in the top, it's called, that's what they say, it's called on top of the mountain. However, the lightning rod symbolizes that if you have any fear that it's going to be cold for you or it's not going to be dangerous for you, there's always a protection there. There's always something ensuring that you will be okay. Okay, you'll be protected. You're just going to ward off the evil, maybe, or even if you feel like there's going to be danger up there, you're going to be protected from that. Okay, and I also see there's a weird shape. Initially I saw like maybe a seahorse, the tail is rolling, but this kind of looks like, also when we flip it, like a vehicle, kind of like a UFO type of a vehicle, unidentified flying object. Flying can be the part of this thing. Okay, and kind of reminds me, the middle part is actually the pumpkin carriage of the Cinderella. Either way, this is something that has power to carry you from where you are to another place. The pathways, I told you, there's a pathway opening here, again, within the same type of timeline, within the 5th month timeline here. So, this might be your carriage. This is not a traditional thing. It's not a plane. Maybe it's not even a train or a ship. But this is something, an offer, maybe something will be offered to you that is out of the ordinary, coming as unexpectedly. For example, maybe you're doing energy healing. Somebody's offering you that I'm going to send you my driver. They're going to pick you up, which will be amazing, in an unexpected way to carry you somewhere. Maybe like, the Cinderella takes the pumpkin carriage to the castle, to where the king and the queen and the prince is. It can be that kind of a situation. Being cautious is always important, because there's a key right here that you're holding. The key can be your skill set, your knowledge, your how can I say it like that? You have incentive in your hand that will unlock the door for you. So even if you're feeling like this is a miracle, this is something, the door is unlocking because you have something valuable. Okay, you have the value in your hand. You're holding on to it. You have it. That's why that door is opening. So I feel like this is going to be, for some of you, is going to be surprise, but deep down, you already know this will happen. This blessing, this offer, this good thing, upgrade will come to you. Okay. Now we're going to jump into your tarot. We're going to start by looking into your current situation and how will that evolve. If you have a specific question, you can hold that in your mind and we can receive answers for that one. But if you don't have anything, just we'll do a general what's happening energy, okay? I'll interpret both different aspects. We have the chance. This is actually 10. 10. Number 10 is the Wheel of Fortune. You're in a very fortunate position at this moment. Maybe you're not really aware of the blessings happening, but it seems like you see there's a beautiful orb of light illuminating in front of you, that the Wheel of Fortune, the turn of events are nearby. Another meaning of the Wheel of Fortune is not only buying winning the jackpot, hitting the jackpot, but also it indicates buying the lottery ticket. So if you are getting offered the lottery ticket, like with this beautiful carriage coming forward, you might need to take a chance, okay, because that's why it's called chance. Take a chance and step into this unknown thing that will lead you to the jackpot. You know why I got distracted? Now I realize I used to design prints and stuff. I think this is a printing error right here. I mean, I don't know if this is intentional, but it seemed to me like the pattern is breaking. This is her skirt. So I used to design stuff for clothing companies. So how will the situation evolve within the next 6 months? We have the Spirit of Wands. This is the Knight of Wands energy. So you're going to be, you see this candle reminds me of wish fulfillment, and you're going to be stepping into a new adventure, basically. This is beautiful. The Spirit of Wands is the King of Wands. Hold on. This deck actually words things differently, so I want to double check not to make a mistake. Spirit of Wands. Yeah, this is King of Wands, so it's passion, spiritual realization coming forward within the next 6 months, and your vision is actually coming to life. Imagination creates your reality. The lizard, a traditional spirit guide of fire, is right there, representing the ability to adapt to change and your surroundings while maintaining your true sense of self. I felt that in your cup as well. The lion in the background represents a secure and confident guide who shepherds you toward the light, the divine light, intention, and path. Jump into either of these energies while working to make manifest. The fire of creation also signals personal and spiritual growth. It continues to burn strongly around your heart space. When you align with your passion, with intuition, you can realize what your highest self desires. It seems like that's your guidance here within the next 6 months, aligning your desire, intuition, and actions, okay? Let's see. This is how the internal situation, this is what you're gonna feel. Love, when you're feeling love, you're having fun, you're enjoying what you're doing, know that you're in the right direction. That's going to be your internal guidance here. Ace of Cups is love, pure love, feeling joy, feeling happy, feeling satisfied. At the end of the day, you might feel tired, but when you put your head on the pillow, you're feeling satisfied with your day, then that indicates you're on the right path to make manifest this Wheel of Fortune. And let's see the external factors. Introspection. This is number 9. This is the Hermit. Okay. The Hermit indicates that around you, the things are going to slow down, which is, I feel like, a good thing. So you will have time to assess what's happening. If the things are moving really fast, you might not really catch what's happening with the people around you. It seems like with the Hermit, it is going to actually slow down. And often, when the goddess of introspection comes into our lives, it results in a personal evolution. You're journeying the inner aspects of yourself, possibly in shadow forms, and once they reveal, so the shadow forms might show up for you to recognize and maybe even show you what you love the most. Okay, you might see on the outside some negative things that you don't want, so you can recognize what you truly want and what you want to experience and focus on that. And this is also symbolizing that the night will be over soon if you are in the darkest nighttime while you're going through your journey and you're going into stepping into your passion. You might also experience some nighttime, but it is also indicative of this is coming to an end too. Okay. And final result is 2 of Swords, a moment of decision. I keep seeing on the bottom here the 6 of Cups. The moment of decision might be caused by someone in the past, or something happened in the past when you were a child, or something childhood related, childlike attitude related might be coming for you to decide. Maybe you have your passion, that we have 8 of Swords here on top, that you're feeling like you are stuck in a position, but you have a passion that can really, when you pursue, can change the situation. I'm trying to understand what's happening here as the final result. It seems like you're going to go through emotional, not outward, but emotional trials and tribulations. Okay. You might feel your decision might be locking you into a place, or maybe not being able to make a decision is locking you into a place. And maybe you are feeling fearful if you make a decision that is going to throw you back to the past, and maybe you're not going to have any progress. But either way, when you make your mind up and pursue your desire, the justice shows up here. So it seems like you are on the right path. You are pursuing the things that will really carry you to a victory moment. The doubt might be showing up to pause your progress, because sometimes our minds play us games to keep us in the same place, because mind doesn't really realize that we are expanding on a higher level. Mind likes to keep us in the same place because it thinks that same place is a safe place. So that's why you might get tricked a little bit. You might feel Ace of Cups wants to jump in again. I feel like with this situation, there's going to be a really fast progress happening. That fast progress might also get you a little bit paranoid, or even like there is this feeling, I feel like, in the collective that we have. Everything's going so good, something bad might happen. There's a belief in my culture that if we laughed so much, something bad is going to happen. Can be, if that's kind of a belief you have, that's going to come to surface. It is coming to surface, so you can just walk away from it and decide that whenever I laugh, something great will happen. Whenever I have fun, everything goes amazingly perfect. So you can change it. That's why it's coming to surface. The Justice card is telling you eventually everything is working out in the best way possible. When it comes to current situation, Wheel of Fortune, the Chariot, and the Ace of Cups are a beautiful combination here. So it seems like your chance is turning around. You are leaving the past behind and stepping into something that you would love to experience today, okay? And in the next 6 months as well. Love is going to be in the air. Love is your passion, your desires, your heart's whatever is fulfilling you. It can be romantic love for some of you as well. With the Spirit of Wands, 9 of Cups coming forward again, wish fulfillment. fulfillment within the next 6 months. Your wishes will be fulfilled. You're going to be living maybe your wildest dreams. Internal factors, we have the hangman reverse. I don't really do reverse readings, but I have many cats, they kick off my stuff off the table and pick it up without turning around. Internal factors are hangman means contemplation, okay, pausing for a second, reflecting, realizing. Maybe Ace of Cups is your heart's desire that you're pursuing, but you also have something on the side that you're trying to make it happen that doesn't belong to you. Maybe it's a wish of your father, your mother, your ancestor always wanted you to do certain things, or you're running the family business, which is okay. It doesn't mean that leave it on the corner, kick it to the corner, go to do something. It doesn't mean that. It means that you can also do something that fulfills you, something that gives you joy, inspires you at the same time. But that can require you to reflect on it a little bit with the hangman. This is internal. The external factors are the 10 of cups, 10 of pentacles. And I see the justice on the bottom too. So the justice, with the justice coming forward, is a very good sign. The external factors, there might be also a pause on the outside. When you pause internally, the pause might be happening in the outside as well to change the restructure of the setup. Maybe you are in a position that people are always against you, or the things are not really aligning. You're not seeing the abundance. But when you start pausing, reflecting, seeing, which I told you that I've been trying to move for the last, like, I started move in May and then I had to move again. Now I'm in a perfect place. I moved in, and in here, even the things weren't aligning perfectly. Like my lock was getting broken all the time. I was calling all this like locksmith, keep changing it, fixing it. And then I realized during my meditation, I don't want to leave my comfort zone. That's why it just keeps throwing me backwards. And I decided, made a deal with my higher self and myself. I said, I'm loving this. I'm loving my life. I'm loving where I am. I'm loving the new. I want everything to be fixed up, perfectly working. And exactly that's what happened. And after that, everything started to align perfectly, work perfectly. Like it's just a magic touch happened there. So I feel like there's an internal maybe conflict that you're having in this moment, because you're going towards an upgrade in life that maybe you're not really used to have. And the 10 of Pentacles is wealth, abundance, family, happiness, love, generational wealth, generational comfort happening in your life. That's why maybe the things are not really aligning perfectly, or internal conflict is reflecting outside, but the justice will be served. You are receiving what's actually meant for you and what's your heart desiring, and you keep manifesting. It is coming forward, and all you need to do is just sit down and reflect why maybe you are fearful of that beautiful future. Okay, let's dive into your oracle now. That can also show us where the blockage is and how you can heal that and what will be your outcome. Let's see. Details, clarity, important notes, it says here. So the blockage is maybe you are thinking that you have to calculate every single thing. You have to know how the things are going to work out. But the thing is here, the details are actually the job of the universe, the creator of all that is, our angels and higher self. We just need to decide on what we want and how is the job of the universe. So it seems like here the blockage is maybe you want to control every little single detail because you are afraid of the things are going wrong. Okay. And when we think of it that way, Nine of Swords have that energy. Okay. Self-fulfilling prophecy of fear. So I feel like here when you clarify what you want and leave the details, let's see, the healing will come forward through a mountain here. Okay, now I feel like maybe you want to have the details because you don't want to pick up so much burden on your back. Okay, that's the mountain height. You have the capacity to flow around any obstacle. This is the time to adopt. So yeah, maybe you think that the obstacle is going to be bigger when you don't plan it out. But this is basically suggesting that when you're flowing with the energy, when you're having fun and enjoying yourself, you're going to just flow around this mountain. Sometimes you'll come across what appears to be an insurmountable obstacle, like a huge mountain that separates you from your success. You might think that climbing it or chiseling away at it's the answer, but why take such a treacherous, tedious approach? Be like the rivers that flow around mountains naturally. You'll move past this obstacle relatively quickly if you choose the easy way around. This is the time to adapt to your circumstances. If you decide to climb, remember to take one step at a time, opting for the next right action. So there's an easier way basically. The outcome is healing the ouch. So eventually there is something in there that you're healing. And healing can be also your maybe worked a lot on the things in your hand and healing that, resting and recuperating, collecting back your energy. This is a time for great soothing of the heart, body, soul. This is your final outcome, and mind, as this card indicates that healing will be prevalent in your life now. If you feel drawn to study the healing arts, you'll be successful in developing your natural capacity to restore others to wellness. The Heal the Ouch card may also be an indicator of old wounds and broken bonds being mended. Reconciliations are possible now. Let bygones be bygones. Okay, there's a healing eventually happening here. It's not only the obstacle or material things. I feel like there's also a healing coming forward. I'm going to pull your second oracle as a spell here. I ask the best advice or guidance for my beautiful Taurus through unconditional love. Thank you. There's an altar spell. The spells are actually kind of like a rituals that can collect an energy to a space and help you manifest your desires. We have candle calm. Create a week of blissful and composed calm with the following spell. And on Sunday evening, anoint a purple candle with vanilla essential oil. Place the candle on your altar beside a vase of purple flowers. Sit in front of a window when twilight begins, and when the sun is completely gone, light the candle and chant. I release care, stress, worry. I am the mountain, the river, the tree, the grass, and the moon. I receive my strength from nature, and she is my center. Tomorrow and the next, all gladness will enter, harm to none, only good. Oh, I love this. I love this. I might even do this. Okay, let's see your final affirmation. Let's see what you need to know. Your final message is at this time. We have the Queen of Cups. Take care of yourself. I trust my knowing and follow my heart. All right, my beautifuls, thank you for sharing the sacred space with me. If this reading touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and tap the bell so we can keep walking this journey together. Your energy means the world here. And until next time, take care of your beautiful soul. I wish you all a magical day. Bye.